Did you ever hear the expression, there's no such thing as a free lunch? Well, I've got another one for you. There's no such thing as a free snack. And by the time you're done watching this video, those will be the sweetest words you've ever heard. You see, this is a story about success. Actually, it's about several success stories. It's about people who are putting their money where other people's mouths are, and it's paying them back over and over and over again. It's about people who decided to change their lives, and they discovered that change is good. See, it all begins right here with this elegantly simple machine, the Vendstar. But you shouldn't take my word for it. I mean, I'm just a guy like a lot of people who doesn't mind dropping a quarter into a slot for a quick pick-me-up of candy or nuts.
In essence, what I'm doing is I'm buying a bag of candy for $5 a bag and I'm selling it for $25 a bag.
By the end of this year, I plan to have enough machines to supplement my budget so that I don't have to work overtime.
We work about 20 hours a month and we collect, on the average, somewhere around $1,500.
It's a matter of getting the machines and getting them placed. And once they're placed, the money just starts coming in.
I've got an admission to make. I was a lousy math student. Good with money, bad with math. But the mathematics of the Vendstar are pretty self-explanatory. You're selling brand name candies by the handful for a quarter out of a vending machine. This handful costs you approximately a nickel to buy, and you're selling it for a quarter. Now, last time I looked, that means you're getting back 5 times what you pay for it. Now, that much math even I can understand. And I guess that's another way you can say that change is good. You know, there are a lot of ways to be in business for yourself. And there are a lot of people out there who want to sell you a lot of ideas. That's the way of the world. But one important question is, after the sale, after you've made your investment, will they be there for you when you need them? Or are they going to take your money and run? Well, the people at Vendstar are operating on a different model. They want you and need you to succeed for their interests as well as yours. As far as they're concerned, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. As you grow, they grow.
Some of the major factors that I looked at when I decided to go with Multivend and the Vendstar 3000 was, one, the Vendstar 3000 was a lightweight machine and I could move it anytime I wanted to.
Multivend has been great to me before I decided to invest, and since I've had any problems I've had help with, anything goes wrong with machines, I've had good advice from these people. Yeah, they're great to work with.
Vendstar is a team dedicated to helping you with your business. Our manufacturing facility is going 24 hours a day, and wherever you are, whenever you call, there's always someone at the other end to answer your questions, to ship you machines or candy. They're always at the other end of one simple toll-free number.
Well, anytime I have called, either my representative or some other member of the customer service has been more than helpful in any questions that I've had.
The part of the business that I'm most pleased with is that once we purchase the machines, we still receive contact and follow up. We weren't just sold the machines and left to go on our own way.
It's not strictly just sell more machines, sell more machines. There is really service there, and I think service is a big part of their business.
I know you're thinking this all sounds great, but the whole thing seems pretty complicated. Candy here, nuts there, I'll probably need a truck, and it's a big, time-consuming mess. Stop thinking that right now. That's an order. It's not that way at all. And I'm going to prove it to you right here, right now. In fact, here comes a willing candidate from the viewing audience. I've listened to what you've been saying up to now. I really do want to supplement my income, and maybe it could even turn into my full-time business, but I am concerned that this is going to be a time-consuming mess. Not at all. It's so simple, even you or I could manage it. Watch closely. The key to the Vendstar is the patented interchangeable canister. This lets you go out to the location, take out the canisters, and put in the full canisters. Sort of like a milkman. I once wanted to be a milkman. Well, now you're a candy man. Anyway, you can top off the canisters, or in many cases, you'll rotate them. For example, this M&M canister here can be filled and go to your Vendstar down the street. And you can put a canister of pistachios right here. You can keep the canisters and the supplies easily in the trunk of your car. That's all you need. That went pretty fast. Just the way the product is going to fly out of the Vendstar and the quarters are going to fly back into your pocket. You think so? I know so. Remember, change is good. Change is good. Change is good. Yeah, change is good.
My experience with servicing the machine is very positive. If I want to change the product, I can pop one of the canisters out and put something else in. It takes me just a couple of seconds to do that.
For me, it's very simple. I just put it on, take it off, bring it home, wash out the empty ones, fill them right back up, and I'm good to go on the next route. So I like it.
When you listen to people talk about Vendstar, in one way or another, what they're all talking about is controlling their own fate, being in charge of their lives. And one of the attractions of Vendstar for them is that they decided how big or how small they wanted to start. They decided how quickly they wanted to grow. They decided how hard they wanted to work and how much money they wanted to generate. Some people begin with 30 machines, some with 50 or 100, even 1,000 machines. It's up to you.
I bought 37 machines. I have 127 now. And during the past 2 years, the ones that I have been purchased through the profits that I made from the original 37. So actually at this point, I have none of my own money in my business at all. It's all been repaid through the machine.
127 machines in 2 years. That's impressive. There are people out there who operate even more. And Vendstar is their full-time job. But now they're working for themselves. And as you can imagine, they love it. Look, all of us have goals. Some of us want to supplement our income. Some want to leave the jobs we're in. This is a way to satisfy those goals. And my goal right now is to satisfy my craving for pistachios.
I'm actually running ahead of schedule as far as adding machines to my route and making it a completely self-sufficient income for myself.
My route has grown in economic value every month since I've had it. Each month has gone just a little bit up and a little bit up. And I think that's because people are creatures of habit. Once they start using it, they're going to continue using it. And then what you want to do is just add people.
I've got several accounts that can only go about 18 to 20 days, and usually there's anywhere from $100, $120 waiting there for me.
And the 3 routes that we have, we spend maybe upwards of 5 hours a day, and we collect in the neighborhood of $1,500.
I'm convinced there's no way to lose money. You can't lose money in the business. Because if your product's not going in the trash, it's going into somebody's hand, and they're paying a quarter every time they crank the crank.
I would say that my expectations of the Vendstar 3000 machines have met my expectations financially and have turned out to be even more fun than I thought they might be.
To me, it was a no-brainer of a business to get into. It was simple, straightforward. Multivend outlined the program very well. I adhered to what they said to do, and it worked. And I think it would work for anybody who's diligent enough to just stick with the plan.
Remember I said that all you need is a car? That's because the machines are already on location. So you're only bringing the refills around with you. Oh, and a sack to collect the money. Let's talk a little about these locations. Basically, the Vendstar can go anywhere. Just use your imagination. Once you begin, you will start to look at everywhere you go in a whole new way.
We're in some law offices. We're in oil change places, Jiffy Lube chain. Car places are good.
Lumber yards,
Car lots,
electrical contractors,
Business locations,
Tire shops,
plumbing contractors,
barber shops.
A restaurant,
municipal buildings,
factories.
auto repair shops are very good.
don't be limited if somebody says they're not sure how much it'll be used, because my experience with these machines is that they're used quite a bit.
And believe it or not, one of my best locations is in a riding stable.
Think about it. For 25 cents, I can get a handful of just what I'm craving. Remember I said there's no such thing as a free lunch or a free snack? Well, while you're at home, your Vendstar machines are out working for you in every location you place them. A machine that has 24 pounds of candy is going to yield as much as $200 in quarters. It's just a wonderful feeling to go out to your machines, top off the canisters, then open the back and let the money spill out into your sack. All the while, you'll be thinking to yourself, change is good.